All right, December 17, we're getting close. We're getting close to Christmas. Was messing around some more today. Got our pump mounted. We ended up having to put it on a little tab to get it out of the way of my, I've got a little angled air filter I can put on here. But that's where I want it, and I wanted to keep it out of the way of the air filter, obviously. I wasn't going to build a bracket and put it on the engine. I know a lot of guys do that. That's not my thing. That's why mine's going to be different than everyone else's, because I have my own ideas. I know what works for me, and I'm going to do it. So I had to take the screws out and rotate the top here just to get the pulse line in the right position, heading up this way. Sure would be nice to be able to get a 90 in there, but we'd have to drill and retap because we don't have metric fittings. Nobody over here would be selling metric brass fittings like that. So we'd have to drill it and tap it for 1/8" pipe. I don't want to take the engine apart, and run a vacuum while I'm it'll be fine. We'll get a hose on here and we'll just try to turn it as quickly as we can. Same thing here. We're gonna have to bust the other. I've got another bottom end up here in a box. I don't know if you can see it up there. But I've got another bottom end that froze like this one did, but except it cracked into the gear case. And that one leaked water, even though we welded everything up. It leaked water right through a through hole, through one of these bolt holes under the clutch that hold the cases together. The crack went into that hole, so the water was coming out and dripping off the end of the bolt. So that's a spare, and we've raped all kinds of pieces off it already. So what I'm going to do is these pipes thread in, so I'll see if I can get the other one out, heat it up, spin it off, and what we'll do is we'll end up cutting this pipe down and then put it in the mini lathe and just cut that little relief in it for the hose clamp, because we don't want to cut on our seat. We do not. That's a $350 seat, man. All right, we don't want to be cutting on the seat because you get in, you start rocking and rolling around Grat, and next thing you know, crack, you got a big break in there. You have to have this return flanger, this lip to it. That's what gives it the rigidity and keeps it from cracking and breaking. And man, we spent too much money on this thing to break it the first time we take it out. So we'll get that down and work on that, get that thing out, and we'll actually work on that one. That way we'll probably end up having to take the seat off to get this one out, warming it up and all that kind of stuff. And if we destroy that one, it doesn't matter. We'll have the other one as backup. I don't like this, even though it's an NGK. This is a cheap spark plug. I think it's I don't think it's the EIX. Let's take a look. I think it's just a cheapie. Is it? BR10 EV. So this is like a $6 plug. The EIX is like a $15 plug, and it's got a solid. And this is for, so this, listen, this will get us up and running. But I do not like, I don't like those caps, and it'll only work on a plug that you can remove the top of it. And that means if you can remove the top, that means it's a shitty spark plug. Sorry about my French. But I've got some non-production line NGK plugs out there I bought a bunch of years ago. When I first bought my RS 125, let's see, it was a 94, so it was 96. It was brand new, but 2 years old, 2 model years old. The spark plugs for that engine at the time were $65. 6 or 8 years later, you can get them for about $40 a piece. I bought a boatload of them. I literally have about 40 of those spark plugs. 7376, I believe it's R7376. You'll never find them because I hogged them all. I've got them all. And those are, they don't have the nipple lever. So this is just going to get us, it was brand new. I got it out of the trailer, but it'll just get it so hopefully it'll fire when we get the pipe going. I'm going to take you over there and show you that in a minute too. When we get a pipe on it, so just so we can start it up and fire it up, Definitely, like I said, we'll get to a bike shop or whatever, and we'll get us a different one. I thought I had RS 125 plug boots in the trailer, and I still, my Braden's go-kart's in the way. It makes it a bit of a pain in the rear to get in there and look around, but they're actually, instead of being 90s, they go like this. They come up and come back down, and they're all rubber. So maybe I have those around, I don't know. If not, we'll get to the snowmobile shop or whatever, the aftermarket place over in the old neighborhood, and snag one of those. Or we'll send Kenny or Richard over there and then pay them guys to come on out and hang out with me. So that's about all we've got going with the cart today. You know, we got the coil on, we got all that fuel pump and everything. We're not going to run fuel lines yet. Started messing around with the pipe over here, and yeah, I spent about 2 hours on this, and I came up a little short, folks. Listen, the best laid plans end up this way. So I have a beautiful, perfectly fitting template to make the next one. That's right. So, and I've got plenty of that material. That was, where did we cut it? We cut it from this right here. And it was more than long enough. The piece, I cut a good, about this much off. It's just as you're fitting it, you know, you're doing the best you can. And you can see I had marked it, and it came up short. So, there you go. That's all there is to it. Here's my my original template. You stick it inside the pipe, and then you put a couple screws in. I had one here, obviously one on each end, and you pull the cardboard up and mark it the best you can. Listen, you do whatever you can do to make this easier. Being a template maker, pattern maker, model maker, clay model guy, it's been a while, but this was a stupid rookie mistake. So at least I'm admitting it. I didn't have to show you guys, but it fits perfect. It is absolutely fitting perfect. We'll go ahead and use that to we'll use this to make us another new one tomorrow. But right now, as you see, it's dark out there. It's time to go inside, get washed up, and get some dinner going. So, pipe, we almost had it. It happens, man. What do you do, right? It's okay. I'm still smiling. I actually threw some hoses up here and got an idea of what we're going to do, and it's really nice because these hoses come preformed 45 and 90, and you really want to be able to utilize all of it. And with the electric pump and everything, it's going to work out perfect. It's going to work out perfect with the hoses. So we just need to get that deal squared away. Tomorrow we'll get the pipe squared up. I'll at least get that piece tacked in place, and then we'll get up on the shelf up there and get the other motor down, and you know, see what we can do. So that's it. Plugging away, moving along. 17th of December, sneaking up on Christmas, y'all. Hang in there. It's gonna get better. We're all right. You're all right. Everything's all right. Praying for y'all. Hang in there.